What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And, I was looking through my uploads and I was thinking, I have not made a story time in a while. I haven't gave you guys a good story. And so I was thinking through them and I was trying to think of a good story to tell you guys because you guys deserve it. And I finally landed on this riveting tale. I'm not going to go too many details, but let me just tell you, it is full of deception, disgrace, and evil is plain as this weird little bump on my face. So let's get into the time I had a run-in with Chance the Rapper's cousin. Let's get into it. Alright, so let's just hop right into it. I'm a college sophomore, and I'm currently walking to my job at a clothing store I do security at in Chicago. The walk is about like 20 minutes, so it's nice to just put my headphones in and just stroll along before the chaos I deal with at work ensues. Unfortunately though, the chaos started early for me when a man approaches me and tries to talk to me. He looks like he's asking me a question, so I take my earbud out and he says, "Hey buddy, sorry to bother you. Do you know where the nearest church is?" And immediately in my head, I'm like, most definitely not. But instead I just say, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's that way. And I point to a random direction. Sorry, Jesus, I panic. The guy says thank you, and he proceeds to thank me because not a lot of people stop and talk to strangers. Yeah, good work, buddy, on picking the perfect dude with the right amount of anxiety that's way too afraid to blow people off in the street. So I say, yeah, no problem, and I try to go back to walking, but he stopped me again to ask me one more question. Do you recognize me? And I'm thinking in my head, oh dang, am I on What Would You Do? Where's John Quiones? Oh my God, I finally made it. But sadly, that was not the case. I say, no, I don't recognize you, sorry. And he says, man, I'm Chance the Rapper's cousin. And I would like to say I 100% knew he was lying, but the thing is, I left pretty early for work, so I had time to entertain this idea. And on the off chance that he was his cousin, I guess that'd be pretty cool, right? So I started playing along. I'm like, oh really? That's crazy, man. And he says, yeah, remember when Chance donated $1 million to CPS? Yeah, I was there. And I kid you not, he pulls out his phone to show me the proof, and it was a picture of a couple $100 bills spread out on a dirty mattress. And that's when that 1% of possibility immediately slipped away. But again, I have time, and now I'm in too deep, so I keep rolling with it. I say, oh wow, really? Man, that's crazy. He then proceeds to keep his phone out to show me what he claims to be him on the news after the donation. But this supposed news screenshot was him wearing this dirty wife beater on a very local news station, like the ones that only cover like small town crimes. Definitely not CNN covering a man that just donated $1 million to Chicago public schools. Now I'm thinking, what is this leading to? What is this man's end game here? He then puts his phone away and he says, now tell me, how much money do you have in your bank account? There it is. I say not a lot, which is actually pretty true. He then says, would you give those last bits of money to a homeless person? And I'm like, wow, you really backed me into a corner on this one. I say, if they really needed it, yes. He then goes on to say, you're one of the good ones, you're one of the Lord's soldiers, all that stuff. And I'm like, yeah, get to the scam, buddy, I know where this is going. He starts to wrap things up. He says, hey man, so I'm actually on my way to the airport right now, headed back to California. I'm about to meet up with Chance, which makes no sense because first off, Chance was in Chicago at the time, and also, I thought you were heading to church. Interesting. Anyway, and he goes on and says, I actually don't have any money on me because I just donated it all to the CPS. So do you think you could buy me lunch real quick? There's the pitch. And in all honesty, I'm kind of impressed with the level of commitment here. So I'm like, you know what? Let's go get something to eat. I still got time to make it to work if I catch the train. Let's do this. So I take him to this hot dog place that's right around the corner. And like I said, I don't have that much money in my account, but I can't afford to get him like a small order of fries and a hot dog. So I go up to the cashier and I make the order. And that is when the most unexpected thing happened. Apparently, he got offended I was only getting him a small fry and hot dog. He looks and he says to me, what do I look like, a slave? And he steps in front of me to the register and he says, can I actually get a jumbo hot dog, a large fry, large drink, and a cookie? Excuse me? Now I'm mad. Who did this man think he is other than this knockoff Chance the Rapper's cousin, Freelance the Scammer over here? I played along with your little game, but the buck stops here, literally. I step in, I say, I'm not paying for that, and I ask the cashier to cancel the whole order. And then I storm out of the store, and he follows close behind me, and then this man has the audacity to say, you broke mother... And I turn around, and I say, oh, I'm broke? Says the guy who's apparently Chance the Rapper's cousin, but can't afford to buy a hot dog. And that sets him off. He says, you better watch who you're talking to, because I'll come over there and something came over me that was shocking, to say the least. I say, shut up, man. And I just cut him off in a sentence, and I just slip onto the train station. I hop on the train, and I finally head over to work. Usually, I'm not that good at confrontation, but I don't know what came over me. But all I know is that when I walked home that night, I constantly was looking over my shoulder. I never saw him again. However, I did speak with some coworkers when it happened, plus I tweeted about it, and I have had 3 people tell me that they've all experienced the same thing with the same dude, same MO. So clearly, this man is a menace to society. He must be stopped. And you know what? I don't know how to stop him, but I do know how to protect other people from it, because I don't want people to experience what I experienced. You know, it's tricky. So you know what? I decided to make a little segment to teach other people how to avoid something like this happening to any of you guys. So let's just get right into it.
Welcome to our new segment called
How to Avoid Scam. So, number 1, if anyone ever comes up to you and they ask, how much money do you have in your account? Here's what you say. I have so much money in my account that if you had this much amount of money, you would know that time is money, and I cannot waste my time speaking with you. Oh. So that, I promise you, will not get you beat up.
Just Steven Incorporated is not legally responsible for any bodily harm you encountered because you had to have known that is something stupid to say.
Okay, number 2, if anyone comes up to you and says, hey, do you know who I am? I'm actually the cousin of so-and-so. What you say is, that's funny because I'm actually the cousin of Judge Judy. And then they then get scared that you can take them to court because of your famous judge cousin. And the thing is, it works for me because I look so much like Judge Judy, it's ridiculous. And for the 3rd one, I thought, you know, I gotta get the man on here to say some words for a warning because, you know, this is who it's all about. So, Chance, please, get on over here, man. So please, tell my audience what you told me.
So you meet anyone from my city, they gonna say that we cousins.
There you have it. Chance, you can leave now. Do that door. That's my closet. No, do that door. Thank you. So that ends this segment of how to get out of a scam. So, take care, everybody. And that's going to do it for this video today. I hope you guys learned something, and stay safe out there, guys. Have a good night.